Here in the United States, there's a new lawsuit accusing one of the top public universities in the country of failing to protect Jewish students. We're talking about the University of California at Berkeley. Now, this suit was filed by the Brandeis Center, and it lists a number of alleged anti-Semitic incidents on the campus. Some even predate the October 7th attacks, including a decision by more than 20 student organizations to ban all Zionist speakers. Other incidents allegedly happened more recently. A Jewish student was reportedly hit with a metal water bottle during a pro-Palestinian rally on campus. Some Jewish students and faculty even say that they received hate mail calling for their murder. The university responded saying it's committed to confronting anti-Semitism. We're joined now by Kenneth Marcus, who's the founder and chairman of the Brandeis Center for Human Rights Under Law, also former Assistant Secretary of Education for Civil Rights in both the Bush and Trump administrations, and graduated from UC Berkeley's law school himself. We thank you for coming on. You know, I want to go to the part of the lawsuit that talks about how this is long-standing. You say that this anti-Semitism in Berkeley that these students find themselves dealing with now, it didn't start October 7th. So talk about that part of it and how long this has been going on.
Good to be with you. Look, you mentioned that I went to law school at Berkeley. I'm proud of that institution. It has for many, many years prided itself on its commitment to civil rights and to freedom of speech. And that's why it's so ironic that it is so badly failing in that respect. Over a year ago, we pointed out how wrong it was that there were at that time 9 student organizations who were saying that if you are a Zionist, and for so many Jewish Americans, Zionism isn't just a political belief, it is an integral part of our identity as Jews. If you are a Zionist, you cannot speak to our groups. You just cannot speak on any topic whatsoever, whether it has to do with Israel, whether it has to do with anything at all. And when they did that, and the university administration permitted it and allowed it to continue and continue to fund it, it sent a signal, which unfortunately has led to more and worse incidents of anti-Semitism, which have just exploded since October the 7th.
Can I ask you about the word Zionist and what type of role it plays in this from a legal perspective? Is it legally synonymous, for example, with being Jewish? And because it seems to me, I was reading through the lawsuit, that would matter in terms of how this is decided, for people who don't know the history of the law there. What would you say?
It sure does, because this is not just a matter of a political position, like whether you're conservative or liberal. It's one thing for a conservative to say we only want conservative speakers, or a progressive group to say we only want progressive speakers. But you can't be a white group that says we don't want black speakers. When you say Zionist, you're essentially saying no Jewish speakers, in the same way that if you said we don't want to have anyone who supports the Pope, you would essentially be saying we don't want any Catholic speakers. Not every person who supports the Pope is Catholic, and not every Catholic has the same view of the Pope. There are Jews who aren't Zionists. There are Zionists who aren't Jews. But generally speaking, if you ban Zionists, you are banning Jews, because for so many Jews, Zionism is a central part of Jewish identity.
Right. So it wouldn't be just a government, in other words, people couldn't come back and argue with you, say, hey, they're not against Jewish people or the Jewish religion, they just don't believe in the politics surrounding it and the Jewish state. There's no distinction there.
They'll say that, but it's completely wrong.
Right.
And I think it's transparent. In fact, the dean has said that a rule against Zionists is a rule that precludes an overwhelming majority of the students and of the faculty from speaking to these groups. It is essentially a ban on Jews, and that is something that the laws of the United States do not permit.
Tell us what you're seeking specifically with the lawsuit.
I mean, generally speaking, first, we want to make sure that the Jewish students who are facing all sorts of harassment and even violence know that we have their back, that they are not alone. But more specifically, what we're seeking legally, we want to make sure that the university no longer funds student groups, law journals, clinics, or student groups that are banning Jews. They just can't do it. Either They de-recognize the student groups or they defund them, and they need to put in place policies and procedures that will ensure that there is no more anti-Semitism or discrimination.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.